Good morning, students. I myself, Dr. V.B. Kadam, Associate Professor, Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. Students, today we are going to learn the chapter photosynthesis, and the topic is photorespiration, mechanism of photorespiration, and significance of photorespiration. Photorespiration, it is also known as oxidative photosynthetic carbon cycle or C2 photosynthesis. Photorespiration refers to a process in plant metabolism where the enzyme Robisco oxygenate RUBP wasting some of the energy produced by photosynthesis. The process by which, in the presence of light, plant consumes oxygen and releases carbon dioxide instead of fixing carbon dioxide during photosynthesis, resulting in a decrease in photosynthetic output since no ATP is produced and carbon is lost inevitably. An alternative counter productive metabolic pathway wherein oxygen molecule is fixed rather than carbon dioxide to produce glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Photorespiration is a process which involves loss of fixed carbon as CO2 in plants in the presence of light. It is initiated in chloroplast. This process does not produce ATP or NADPH and is a wasteful process. Photorespiration occurs generally when there is the high concentration of oxygen. Under such circumstances, Robisco, the enzyme that catalyzes the carboxylation of RUBP during the first step of Calvin cycle, functions as an oxygenase. Some oxygen does bind to Robisco and hence carbon dioxide fixation is decreased. The RUBP binds with oxygen to form one molecule of phosphoglyceraldehyde, 3 carbon compound, and phosphoglycolate, 2 carbon compound, in the pathway of photorespiration. There is neither the synthesis sugar or not of ATP. Rather, it results in the release of carbon dioxide with the utilization of ATP. It leads to a 25% loss of fixed CO2. Plants, especially C3 plants, face the problem of photorespiration. In hot, dry days, these plants tend to close their stomata to prevent excessive loss of water through transpiration. Inevitably, the carbon dioxide cannot enter the leaves because of stomatas are closed, resulting in the levels of carbon dioxide within the leaves to become low. Since there are few carbon dioxide molecules to fix, the oxygen molecules are used as a substitute to produce glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Because of photorespiration, instead of about 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate, only 1 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate is produced and a toxic phosphoglycolate is also formed. Some plants, such as calm plants and C4 plants, have evolved mechanism to avoid photorespiration. Photorespiration can occur when carbon dioxide levels are low. For example, when the stomata are closed to prevent water loss. In most plants, photorespiration increases as temperature increases. Photorespiration produces no ATP and leads to a net loss of carbon and nitrogen and slowing the plants. Students, look at this picture. This is the complete procedure of diagrammatic procedure of photorespiration. Photorespiration occurs in various three parts. First in chloroplast, second in peroxisome, and third in mitochondria. Now, if carbon dioxide and water combines with Robisco, then 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde formed and the complete C3 cycle occurs. But instead of carbon dioxide, the content of oxygen is increased inside the leaf. The Ribusco combine with oxygen and it is converted into 2-phosphoglycolate instead of 3-phosphoglycerate. Now, the formation of 2-phosphoglycerate, it is not entering into the Calvin cycle. That's why 2-phosphoglycolate is converted into glycolate in chloroplast. Now, this formed glycolate enter into the peroxisome where oxygen combines with glycolate to form glypsilate. Some amount of hydrogen peroxide release during this process, and now this hydrogen peroxide break down into water and oxygen. Now the glypsilate is converted into glycine. Glycine is amino acid. Now synthesized glycine in peroxisome transported towards the mitochondria, and now two glycines are combined to form a one molecule of serine. It is also amino acid. During conversion of glycine to serine, NAD is reduced into NADH. Some amount of NH4 also released, and during this process, carbon dioxide also released. Now this formed serine in mitochondria back transport towards the peroxisome. Now in peroxisome, serine is converted into hydroxypyruvate. NADH is utilized and it is converted into glycerate. Now this formed glycerate in peroxisome is back transported towards the chloroplast. Now in chloroplast, glycerate utilizes few ATP molecules and it is converted into 3-phosphoglycerate, and now this 3-phosphoglycerate is ready to enter into the C3 cycle for the conversion of glucose molecule. RUBP oxygenase carboxylase, that means Robisco, a key enzyme in photosynthesis, is the molecular equivalent of a good friend with a bad habit. In the process of carbon fixation, Robisco incorporates carbon dioxide into an organic molecule. During the first stage of Calvin cycle, Rubisco is so important to plants that it makes up 30% or more of the soluble protein in a typical plant leaf. But Rubisco also has a major flaw. Instead of always using carbon dioxide as a substrate, it sometimes pick up oxygen instead. This side reaction initiates a pathway called photorespiration, which rather than fixing carbon, actually leads to the loss of already fixed carbon as carbon dioxide. Photorespiration wastes energy and decreases sugar synthesis. So when Rubisco initiates this pathway, it's committing a serious molecular flux pass. Rubisco binds to either carbon dioxide or oxygen. As we discussed in the introduction, the enzyme Rubisco can use either carbon dioxide. If they bind with carbon dioxide, the complete C3 cycle occurs. That means formation of fructose 6 phosphate, a sugar molecules. Or if the Rubisco binds with oxygen, the photorespiration occurs. Rubisco adds whichever molecules it binds to a 5 carbon compound called ribulose 1,5 biphosphate. The reaction that uses carbon dioxide is the first step of the Calvin cycle and leads to the production of sugar. The reaction that uses oxygen is the first step of the photorespiration pathway, which wastes energy and does the work of the Calvin cycle. Students, look at this picture. The carbon dioxide, if combined with this enzyme Rubisco, complete Calvin cycle works during low temperature, high carbon dioxide and oxygen ratio. If oxygen combines with Rubisco, then photorespiration occurs in presence of high temperature, low carbon dioxide, oxygen ratio. When a plant has its stomata or leaf pores opens, carbon dioxide diffuses in, O2 and water vapor diffuses out, and photorespiration is minimized. However, when a plant closes its stomata, for instance, to reduce water loss by evaporation, O2 from photosynthesis builds up inside the leaf. Under these conditions, photorespiration increases due to the higher ratio of oxygen to carbon dioxide. In addition, Rubisco has a higher affinity for oxygen when temperature increases. At mild temperatures, Rubisco affinity for tendency to bind to carbon dioxide is about 80 times higher than its affinity for oxygen. At high temperatures, however, Rubisco is less able to tell the molecules apart and grab oxygen more often. Photorespiration wastes energy and steals carbon. Photorespiration begins in the chloroplast when Rubisco attaches oxygen to RUBP in its oxygenase reaction. Two molecules are produced, a 3 carbon compound 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde and a 2 carbon compound phosphoglycolate. 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde is a normal intermediate of the Calvin cycle, but phosphoglycolate cannot enter the Calvin cycle, so its 2 carbon are removed or stolen from the cycle. To recover some of the loss, carbon, plant puts phosphoglycolate through a series of reactions that involve transport between various organelles, that means chloroplast, peroxisomes, and mitochondria. Three-fourths of the carbon that enters this pathway as phosphoglycolate is recovered, while one-fourth is lost as carbon dioxide during mitochondria. Phosphoglycolate is first converted to glycolate inside of chloroplast. Glycolate then travels to the peroxisome where it's converted to the amino acid glycine. Glycine travels from the peroxisome to a mitochondria. There, two glycine molecules are converted to serine, it is also amino acid, a 3-carbon amino acid. This releases one carbon dioxide molecules. That is the loss of carbon dioxide during this photorespiration. Serine return to the peroxisome where it's converted to glycerate. In the chloroplast, glycerate is turned into 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde and can thus enter the Calvin cycle. 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde enter into the Calvin cycle and complete Calvin cycle occurs. That means synthesis of fructose 6-phosphate molecules. Significance of photorespiration. When the carbon dioxide proportion inside a leaf drop, photorespiration takes place. This takes place mostly on warm, early days when plants are compelled to shed their stomata to avoid surplus water loss. The oxygen proportion of the leaf will automatically surge if the plant keeps trying to fix carbon dioxide when their stomata are shut, that means closed. All the carbon dioxide stored will be consumed and the oxygen proportions will surge when compared to carbon dioxide level. Photorespiration causes a light reliant acceptance of oxygen and discharge of carbon dioxide and is related to the creation and metabolism of minute particles named glycolate. Photosynthesis and photorespiration are two processes that can function simultaneously besides each other as photosynthesis gives off oxygen as its byproduct and photorespiration gives off carbon dioxide as its byproduct. And the said gases are the raw material for the said processes. When the carbon dioxide level inside the leaf dips to about 50 ppm, Robisco begins combining oxygen with RUBP as an alternative of carbon dioxide. The final result of this is that as an alternative to manufacturing two 3-carbon phosphoglyceraldehyde unit, merely one unit of PGA is fastened with a noxious 2-carbon molecules termed as phosphoglycolate. To purge themselves of the phosphoglycolate, the plant takes some steps. Primarily, it instantly purges itself from the phosphate cluster, transforming those units into glycolic acid. After that, this glycolic acid is transferred to the peroxisome and then transferred into glycine. The conversion of glycine into serine takes place in the mitochondria. The serine produced after that is used to create other organic unit. This causes loss of carbon dioxide from the flora as this reaction charges plant's energy. To avoid this procedure, two dedicated biochemical reactions were necessary to evolve in the flora of our world. Photosynthesis in C4 plants, plants that propagate in warm, arid climates similar to sugarcane and corn, have developed a dissimilar system for carbon dioxide fixation. The structures of the leaves of these plants is dissimilar to that of normal leaf. Thank you.